The game ended 2-2, and the last goal for Arsenal was basically disallowed. The ref blew his whistle after he thought there was a foul on Liverpool, either for the first one on Dominic Szoboszlai or on Trent Alexander-Arnold by Kai Havertz, and this is built for a push, I guess. Trying to figure out, for me, in my opinion, if there was anything wrong with that play, I don't think so. I think that is genuine attempts to win the ball. He jumped. Szoboszlai does not jump at all. He makes no attempt to go for the ball, so he cannot complain. He's not challenging. He rises highest and he hits the ball cleanly. For me, he doesn't come in with his arm or his elbow or anything like that that specifically fouls Szoboszlai. I don't think he's just towered over him, right? He dunked on his head, and then Kai Havertz challenges for the ball, and I think it comes off his shoulder. I was gonna say that if it's handball, if it comes off his arm, then yes, but to me it looks like it comes off his shoulder, which is then perfectly legal. And then I think Trent tries to make a challenge, and basically Havertz protects the ball, and I don't think that's a serious foul to disallow the goal. I don't think that's a foul at all. I think these things happen all the time in the pitch. I just think it's one of those where sometimes they go for you, sometimes they don't. Sometimes the ref does blow his whistle for chances like this during the game every other minute, let me say it like that. Every other minute, normally, we have chances like this, or we have calls like this go for and against your team. It's like 50-50 decisions. However, I do think in this case, I do think the benefit should have been given to Arsenal, because I genuinely don't think there's anything wrong with the third goal. So with that being said, I'm not saying that Arsenal were robbed or anything. I think it's just one of those that go for and against you. And like I said, it's one of those 50-50 decisions that can be given to anyone. And in this case, it was given against Arsenal for Liverpool. In my personal opinion, I think the goal should have stood, actually. I think the goal should have stood. I do think definitely Liverpool stopped playing, but I don't know if they were going to stop the goal anyway, right? Because Trent was last man and it fell to Jesus. So to me, that should have been a goal. Honestly, in my opinion, that should have been a goal. But it's like when a free kick should be given and the referee allowed play on, but technically when you look at it, it is a free kick, or vice versa. It happens all the time during the game. So I think it's unfortunate for Arsenal that it was blown against them. But if this goal was allowed to stand by the ref and it went to VAR, I doubt they would have overturned it. And that might have been a mistake by the referee. I think let play continue and let's see what VAR says. Why don't you just let VAR look at this situation? Because Arsenal had a clear goal scoring opportunity. They had a good opportunity. So don't blow your whistle. You can see the referee actually hesitates first and let's play continue for a few more seconds, and then he blows his whistle. Why? When Arsenal are in the box now. So for me, just let VAR fix the situation. With that being said, I do think it was not a penalty for Arsenal earlier on when there was a tackle made by Konate. I think that was a good tackle, and I don't think Trent makes enough contact. Although he was sandwiched in, I don't actually think Trent makes contact. Konate clearly gets the ball. So unfortunately, it's a coming together. I don't think that was a penalty. So I don't think Arsenal were robbed there. But I do think this was a good opportunity to let VAR dictate the situation that happened right at the end. I think should have sent the referee over to have a look, and if he thinks it's a foul, then it's a foul. But I definitely don't think it would have been a clear and obvious error, and I do think the goal would have stood if the ref had let play go on. With that being said, I do think this was another instance this weekend where VAR was not used correctly. I do feel for Erik ten Hag and Manchester United. Because I do think VAR was not used correctly with the last minute penalty by Jared Bowen. I do think that was definitely not a clear and obvious error by the referees, and therefore I am skeptical as to why VAR had to intervene. I do think ref should have been allowed to keep his decision and play go on, which would have meant a draw for Manchester United. However, it is still technically a foul though. You see those challenges punished for fouls. You see ref blow his whistle for a foul on challenges like that all the time. So I can't necessarily also say United were robbed. I'm just questioning the use of a VAR. De Ligt made a tackle. It was late. He was a little bit late. It's one of those where it might be a little bit soft, but it's clear he makes contact after the ball had left, right? So he is late and he does make contact. So we can't debate that. And then even in Erik ten Hag's interview, he did say that it was not clear and obvious. And because it took so long, that should tell you that it's not clear and obvious and play should continue because it took so long to look at. They looked at that thing for like 6-7 minutes. I just think that just play the game. If it's that tight, play the game. We'll take whatever the referee has decided. He's still human. The objective of VAR is not to re-referee games, and this is what they've been doing now. So in one instance, they used VAR incorrectly by reviewing the tackle by De Ligt, which was extremely close and it was extremely tight. It was not clear and obvious. I don't think VAR was necessary to intervene, and therefore it's not clear and obvious. Play on. United don't lose the game. And for Arsenal, let the referee actually say play on, and then let's go to VAR. If it's clear and obvious, then at least change the decision. But I don't think it would have been clear and obvious. But maybe we don't know what clear and obvious is anymore because they've distorted our view on this weekend. It's unfortunate for Erik ten Hag. Like I said, Dalot had the worst miss of the season, and United had multiple chances to take the lead, and they just wasted their chances. Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, wasteful in front of goal. And with performance like that, who do you blame? Because come on, it would be totally unfair to put that one just on Erik ten Hag, or even majority of the blame putting it on Erik ten Hag for that one. No, United should have been 3-0 up by halftime. So for me, that one goes to the players. Just this time, I am on Erik ten Hag's side. This blame does not go to him. Chelsea got their win. Cole Palmer with a fabulous pass to save Pedro Neto away, and Jackson scores. Jackson is on fire lately. Jackson has been scoring, and Cole Palmer won't get an assist for that one, but it's those type of passes that are absolutely amazing. The pass before the pass sits, he makes the goal. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold with the Salah equalizer as well. He makes the goal with that pass of his. He won't get an assist for it, but we will know. With that being said, that's my video. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.